few days of mild weather. We're going to begin with our first alert. Forecast meteorologist Tracy Butler joins us now in the Weather Center. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning. Yeah, we have temperatures in the 30s. We actually have some sunshine for the afternoon. Our temperatures, here we go. It's 30 in Coal City. The other thing that we're noticing this morning is a bit of patchy fog going to be around for the next few hours. Then we should start to get some clearing in here and end up with some sunshine through the day today. Your complete forecast is coming up.
Burn interchange, but not so much because of the interchange work. This is bridge work, the Congress Bridge. So what they've done on the inbound Kennedy, they've got one lane closed, Madison to the Eisenhower, and then there's no access from the inbound Kennedy to eastbound Congress because they don't want anybody going on that bridge. Same thing on the Eisenhower in both directions. They've got all lanes closed at the bridge over the river. And here's the snapshot of what you'll see in
Cruz and Donald Trump are making stops in the Chicago area today, but there are concerns over security at Trump's rally. Diane is live at UIC Pavilion where protests have already started. Diane, what are...
So we're seeing peaceful protests taking place. They've been going on since 9 o'clock last night. They continued early this morning. They're really about prayer more than loud, violent protests. It's about peaceful protests, and they plan on being here throughout. Pain is paying for it. Reporting live outside of UIC's Pavilion, Diane, ABC 7 Eyewitness.
Should win.
Trump is expected to officially announce an endorsement from Ben Carson today. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
On the Democratic side, frontrunner Hillary Clinton held a rally in suburban Vernon Hills last night. She used her Illinois roots to get the crowd riled for her today in Peoria. And a footnote to the Hillary Clinton story, TV producer Shonda Rhimes and her three leading ladies teamed up to support Clinton last night. This was a campaign ad that aired on multiple TV stations around the country. Now, Rhimes and the actresses who appear in Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder are supporting
C7 Eyewitness News at 10 o'clock.
New information this morning in the double homicide inside a jail.
Back to his duties.
Chicago health officials will meet with the Archdiocese of Chicago today to talk about high lead levels at home.
Yeah, we'll get right to it because we have a lot of big events I know you've talked about.
Traffic-wise, parades.
Yes.
Oh, busy weekend.
Yeah, very busy weekend. So let's get into what we are expecting. We'll start afternoon. I think this morning we're going to continue with some cloud cover sticking around, and it will be cooler along the lakefront. Right now at O'Hare, and skies are clear. AccuWeather reporting a north wind at about 3 miles per hour. Currently 29 degrees in Kenosha. This is a cold morning out there compared to mornings past. 30 in Zion, 31 in Palatine, 33 right now in Yorkville, 33 New Lenox, 37 degrees now in Manteno, and 35 in Valparaiso, while it's 37 degrees in Gary. So let's take a peek at where the temperatures are going to be here today. And you can see by noon, that lake breeze really kicking in, keeping temperatures along the lakefront definitely cooler. You get farther inland and you're looking at those temperatures in the 50s around the area today. Now, as we get into the evening hours, there we go. Once again, that lake breeze keeping temperatures cooler throughout the evening hours, and all of our numbers will be dropping around the area here for the most part into the 30s tonight. Skies mainly cloudy right now. As we broaden this picture, again, you see a fair amount of cloud cover, but this is eventually this afternoon going to be shifting eastward, and as it does, will allow for some sunshine around. Let's talk about Saturday. First off, there you see the morning hours are dry. 10:30, noontime, 2 o'clock, still keeping it dry. So it looks like the parade gets in A-OK tomorrow and dry. And then there you see it starts to spread into the area more or less later in the afternoon. But Sunday for the South Side Irish Parade, and there you see 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, widespread rain coming our way, and it looks as though the afternoon is going to be quite wet here on Sunday. Tomorrow we add very little to the gauges, as you can see, a couple of hundredths of an inch. But as we ramp things up on Sunday, we could end up with areas half of an inch to maybe even an inch of rain on Sunday. This morning, mainly cloudy, some patchy fog out there. This afternoon, we'll gradually see some sunshine coming out. High temperatures today headed up into the mid-50s, but cooler along the lake. Ross?
Nice and dry, and that means road crews are out and about throughout the expressways. This time around, we're going to focus on the Dan Ryan because they are working on the inbound side, both local and express. In the express lanes, we've got one lane closed 47th to 43rd, and then in the Ryan locals on the inbound side, we've got one lane closed a little bit farther north from 47th to Pershing. It's not causing any delays, and we can see that from our South Tower camera showing us the Dan Ryan.
You're watching Judy Sue, Terrell Brown, weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler, and Roz.
Invited guests.
Firefighters in Los Angeles worked through the night to put out these masks sat side by side at the White House last night. President Obama hosted a state dinner for Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his wife. This is the first official visit by a Canadian leader in nearly 20 years. The guest list included a number of Canadian entertainers. Trudeau is the son of former Canadian Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau. And earlier in the day, the president and prime minister traded a few barbs over which country is better. So let's take.
Good morning. Well, our weather's pretty good out there this morning. All is quiet and calm. We have a fair amount of cloud cover around the area this morning and a touch of fog too. And it's colder than many of our mornings have been as of late. Lake Station 32. Oswego now at 33, 34 degrees currently in Algonquin. So I still think we're going to hold on to a fair amount of cloud cover here this morning as well as some fog. We will notice some clearing skies into the afternoon, and we'll go partly sunny here for this afternoon. Our high temperatures today getting up into the 50s, but yeah, we are going to have that lake breeze, keeping those temperatures most likely lower 40s.
Northbound at about 103rd. So we've got IDOT crews heading over there right now. Could cause a little bit of a backup. Want to remind you, once again, crews are scheduled to be out in Elmhurst working on southbound Route 83 between North Avenue and St. Charles to do that sewer repair work. They should be setting up the barricades right about now and continuing throughout the day until 6 o'clock. So during the PM rush, we could see some delays out there. No delays on the rest of the
The internet is buzzing this morning after the latest trailer for the new Captain America movie debut.
But everyone went wild after one superhero made a surprise appearance.
The newest Bears are talking about what they will bring to the team next season.
And the Bulls try to be the first team to win in Santa.
Friday, and I'm Tanya Babbage, and for Judy Sue, we're going to get things started with your first weather update from
This morning, 32 degrees in Glen Ellen. It's 39 degrees in Cicero. 34 degrees in Crown Point, now 29 degrees in Beach Park. So it's a colder morning than we've had as of late. So now as I look at the day ahead, I've added this cloud cover to stick around. I just think it's going to really hang out here throughout much of the morning, and we'll start to get some clearing more so into the afternoon. Now our high temperatures today will be headed up into the 50s, but it will be cooler along the lake. We'll have your complete weekend.
yesterday along southbound Lakeshore Drive. So no closures today between 31st and 39th. They finished installing that pylon on the 35th Street Bridge. So good news for those of you who normally travel that way. We can take a look outside.
Man.
And Terrell, peaceful protests and prayers are already underway right behind me. And in fact, they plan Donald Trump the use of this arena because Donald Trump's campaign is paying for it. So again, peaceful protests, prayers have been going on since last night, will continue throughout the day today, and then more marches and more protests later today. Reporting live outside of the UIC Pavilion, Diane, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Diane, thank you. Republican Ted Cruz